Hey, fellow homeschool family, what's cooking? No, literally, what are you cooking? I'm not cooking anything yet because it's not time for dinner, but anyway, it's nice to have you back for day 4, balancing act. It's exciting. Hopefully you took your action steps for day 3 for critics, haters. And I just want to say, I know that these videos might be kind of short, but as homeschool families, we got a lot going on. So I thought it might be helpful, more beneficial to have just short ones so that you wouldn't feel like there's one more thing on your list to do, because it's important to put yourself first. We're the caretakers of the home. If we're down, the house can get kind of crazy, So I'm glad that you're taking this time to help yourself. So day 4, balancing act. So my business mentor, Natalie Hodson, explained life. I just love her analogy that she used. It really meant a lot to me. It really hit home and just made so much sense to me. And so I wanted to share it with you. She says that, and I don't know if this is hers or if she found it somewhere, but she says that life is like an orchestra. You have, sometimes the stringed instruments are going to be louder, but then other times the drums might be louder, the percussion section. And then you might have the flutes that are louder and another time. And sometimes they all work in perfect harmony and they all sound great. And man, I just love that because, sometimes everything runs smooth, everything goes the way we want it to go. Sometimes it doesn't. And we have these plans that we want to do. We have our to-dos each day. But sometimes we have a sick kid and we have to, put more energy into that. And sometimes we have appointments, and sometimes we've all just been doing way too much and we just need to have family time. Our family section is screaming the loudest or playing the loudest in the orchestra and needs the most attention. So in this orchestra we call life. Anyway, I just love it. So one of the things that she suggested in the program that I took was good, better, best. So we obviously strive for best, but some days are really rough and we have the choice to be okay with better or okay with good instead of pushing us past the limits that we need to, and then crankiness sets in for anybody and everybody in our house, and then the joy is gone. And so it's good, better, best. Best, we strive for best, but we can be okay. We need to be okay with better or good, just for the sake of sanity, and peace and joy. With that being said, that means we need to simplify the journey. I've learned that most, especially children, even adults, it's good to just keep it simple to 3 things. And a lot of times, so I try to just do 3 main things I want to accomplish in the day and I prioritize them. But now I'm like, okay, one, what's the one big thing I want to accomplish? What's the one thing that I want to get done today? Because life has been super, super busy. And so I dropped it down to 1. I simplified it to 1. And that's okay. Some days I move it back up to 3. But take time to invest in yourself, Read for 30 minutes each day. Read for 15 minutes a day. Read for 10 minutes a day. Read some inspirational quotes on Pinterest for 5 minutes. Something. Do a hobby. Do you have a hobby you like to do? Do you remember if you've ever had a hobby? Or have you forgotten, kind of like I have recently? What does Leanne like to do for fun? What's a hobby that I like? I don't know. Set a specific amount of time, whether it's the same time each day or adjust, but make sure you fit that in, because You know, they say on airplanes, you need to put your oxygen mask on first so that you can help other people, right? And so we need to make sure that we're getting oxygen to us as a person, not just us as a mom and us as a, you know, a spouse or a maid or cook, or, you know, we need to make sure we're taking care of us. And that needs to be you need to include other people. We are creatures of socialization. I watched a documentary that has interviewed 5 people who were 99, 100 years old, and they listed 5 things that they all had in common on how come they lived so long, and decided that, you know, why they lived so long. And one of them was socialization. So take time to like feed your need for being around other women. Mom's night out. So go do that. My husband says that I get energized when I'm around other women. So take time to be energized. Also, give yourself a timeout. You know, if you find yourself being really cranky with your kids because you just got so much, you just stressed out, you know what? Mom's going to go take a timeout. If you do timeouts, you know, mom's going to take time out. You know, my kids knew that if I had my earbuds in and I was playing the keyboard that we had, it's best to leave her alone. Because she'll be way more fun when she's done. So, do yourself a favor and take a time out. It'll help everybody in your house. And my next tip is do the must do's, not the should do's. And oh my goodness, Tony Robbins said this quote, and it was so funny. And he says, "Don't should all over yourself." I think that's hilarious. So, and I actually said that, I repeated that to my husband after I heard him say that, because it's so funny. And 2 of our boys, maybe 3 of them, were sitting on the sofa, and they said, "Mom, what did you just say?" So I had to explain to them, oh, we need to do our must do's, not our should do's. Don't should all over yourself. So anyway, that's hilarious. Hopefully that quote will help you remember to do the must do's, not the should do's. Musts are stronger reasons than shoulds. So is it a must that I finish cleaning the house, the whole kitchen before I go to bed? Is it a must or is it a should? It's probably a should. I should do it. Sometimes it is a must because it makes me feel better. But is it a must every day? It's, only you can decide that. And do you know, when the kids were younger, I was working on my alphabet program, reading books, and that was me time. And a lot of times it was when they were sleeping, but I would do that. And that gave me a sense of purpose. It gave me, other than just mom, we need a sense of purpose more than just being a mom. I mean, I do. I need to feel like I'm not lost in motherhood as an individual, and it helps us to be better moms. And now I love Canva. I think I said in the last one or one of the videos, Canva is amazing. Just so you know, it does everything. I don't want to go too much into it, but Canva is something I do for me also. It's super fun, and I work on my business stuff, and so that's great. Okay, balancing act. Here are your action steps for this challenge. First, write down 3 must-dos. Make sure they're must-dos, not should-dos. And your second step is to write down your hobby, what you like to do for fun. Maybe you don't have a hobby, but you do know what you like to do for fun. Maybe you don't have either. You don't know what either of those would be. Ask a family member. Ask a friend. Say, hey, do you remember what I like to do for fun in the past? Or, So those are your action steps. And we have one more day. And I'm not going to tell you what that one's called. I'm just going to surprise you with it. So anyway, happy action stepping. And I'll see you for the last day, day 5.